G'day guys, and today we'll take a quick look and unboxing of the Sony A6600 coupled with the Sony 10 to 18mm zoom lens. We'll also have a look at one of the accessories, which is the Peak Design wrist strap. I'm dubbing this collection of gear the Kraig Adams setup. Some of you might have seen Kraig Adams videos. He makes extraordinary hiking and adventure videos, and that's something I'd like to produce in the near future. I looked at many different camera systems, including the Lumix S5, the A7 Mark III, the A7C, the A6400, and I finally settled on the A6600. So what we'll do, we'll open up all of the kit, show you through the gear, and then I'll let you know the reasons why I chose the A6600 over all those other cameras. Then I'll go out today and take some sample footage and I'll upload that in a separate video. I'm recording this currently on a Canon 6D, which unfortunately can only record in 1080p. The sample footage will be uploaded in 4K and hence I'll upload that in a separate video. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into the unboxing. Alright, so to start off with, let's unbox the camera body itself, the A6600. As you can see, pretty standard Sony box. Let's get right into it. Opens from the top just like that. Some Sony junk on top. Don't need that. User manual if you don't know what you're doing. A little bit more information here. Neck strap or shoulder strap or whatever you want to call it. Nice inclusion. Here we've got a USB to micro USB. I think this will probably be the charging cable, also for data transfer, supposedly. Here we've got one of the Sony Z batteries. That's the NP FZ100. And then here it looks like we've got a power brick of sorts. Yep, it's got a wall plug on that side, so that's for charging the camera. This looks like a little viewfinder cover or something like that. Okay, here's the camera itself. Get back to the rest of that box later. Hear that? Looks like it's got these small clips on the side, obviously for hanging that neck strap or whatever other accessory you might have. I've got this Peak Design cuff that I'll be unboxing as well. That's what I plan on using. That's what Kraig Adams uses, so it must be good enough for me as well. So this is the camera. It looks very nice, exactly what you'd expect. There's a small NFC chip on the side. I'll put that to use and check out what that does. We've got this flip out screen as well, and that screen comes all the way over the top, I believe. Yep, so you can see the view there. If you're doing any vlogging or filming yourself like I am now, it can be very useful for checking that you're in focus. In the rest of the box, there's a couple more cables. We've got a wall plug, which appears to be for the wrong country. It's certainly not Australian. That goes into that wall charger we pulled out before. Oh, here we go. Got one for the UK as well. Again, not useful for me. And then luckily we do have an Australian one as well. Noting it's not grounded, but that's okay. It'll do the job. Okay, let's move on to the next component. We'll have a look at the 10 to 18mm lens. Okay, so let's have a look at the lens box now. Here it is. Looks pretty standard. Just digging into it now. Again, we've got some Sony paperwork on top. Pretty basic packaging, as you can see. Not a lot of protection in there. The lens is pretty loosely wrapped in bubble wrap. I guess it's okay. Nothing else in the box that I can see. Okay, so here it is, super compact lens. Here's your shade. Put that on in a minute. Yeah, this is an awesome lens, so small. How good's that? Great form factor. You can see it's an E-mount lens, Sony E-mount there. We've got our zoom here, 18mm to 10mm, and then you've also got a focus ring on this part of the lens. Lens cap here, pull it off, you can have a look. Very good looking lens. This lens does have the optical steady shot, which is their in-lens stabilization. The A6600 also has in-camera stabilization as well. So together they should combine to make for a pretty stable shot if you don't have the camera on a tripod. As you can see guys, it's a super compact camera. This is exactly what I bought it for. It's so portable, lightweight, and great to take on any sort of outdoor adventures. Here's a look with the lens cap on. As you can see, it's a very smart looking camera, that's for sure. Very happy with this purchase. Okay, moving on, let's have a quick look at this Peak Designs wrist strap. Here it is, it's called the Cuff. It says here, camera wrist strap. It's in quite a nice box, some images on the side. It does open up and you can see the product just there. Shows you all the different ways you can use it. Seems there's just a sticker on the bottom here. Slice right into that. Really nice packaging, guys. You can see here, we've got all their other products from Peak Designs. It is a really nice company. Their stuff is a bit pricey. I managed to get this for a really good price in the Boxing Day sales. It's got a little carry bag here. I'm not sure why you'd need that. Maybe just for keeping it safe in storage. Here's the other component, which is the anchor. This part goes in your camera so you get that quick connection to your wrist strap. I'll put that on in just a moment. Put that aside for now. In here you can see the strap. It's tied on with just a couple of cable ties. Pull those off now. As you can see guys, this is it out of the box now. Really nice build quality. We've got another one of these anchors inside the actual strap. Not quite sure how to get these out. It looks like it pushes down and then slides out. Push down on that and then it comes out. It's got this sliding metallic piece here. Not sure what it's made of, maybe aluminium. That allows you to, once you put it on your wrist, easily tighten it. Make sure it's really nice and tight around your wrist so you don't lose your camera. I'll put one of these anchors on the A6600 now so you can see exactly how that works. So I've just attached one of these anchors to the A6600. Put it on the side that's opposite to the battery. Obviously that's the heaviest part of the camera. I'll now try and attach it to the wrist strap. See how we go. So wrist strap's on there, nice and tight. This is obviously the clip end. Got the anchor here. It slides in pretty easily. And as you can see, it's a nice, tight, secure fit. Locked in there really well. And then if I wanted to pull it out, it comes out very easily. Just push here, unclips, and then I'm free to go with my camera. So I thought I'd cover just briefly what the reasons were for me purchasing this camera over some of the other ones on the market. The 6600 hit the sweet spot for me. It represented good value and provided everything that I needed in a camera. The main reason I chose this over the A6400 was because of the battery. The A6400 has a battery with about half the capacity, which just wasn't going to cut it for me. In terms of the differences between the A7 Mark III, the A7 III, and the A6600, I couldn't justify the price of going to full frame, knowing the quality of the shots that Kraig Adams has been able to get with his A6600. No doubt that the full frame cameras do perform better in low light scenarios. However, I think the majority of my shooting will be during the day. So for me, this wasn't a massive consideration. Obviously, if money grew on trees, probably the A7C would have been my pick. However, the A6600 is considerably cheaper and it's also slightly lighter as well. I did have a look at the A7 Mark III because on sale it could be quite close to the A6600 in terms of pricing. Whilst it's still a small camera in the sense that it's a lot smaller than my Canon 6D, the A7 Mark III is considerably bulkier than the A6600 and it's also a lot heavier. Especially with this 10 to 18mm lens, the A6600 is a super lightweight and compact package, and that's exactly what I wanted. The other camera that Kraig Adams has used is the Panasonic Lumix S5. Now this has produced some awesome shots, but it together with its kit lens, the 20 to 60mm, is even heavier and even bigger than the A7 Mark III. I know Kraig was given this by Panasonic, so it makes sense that he's putting it to use, but I really think in terms of a practical approach to doing outside filming and videography, the smaller A6000 series from Sony is definitely the way to go. Certainly the A7C is probably the pick of the range for full frame, but as I said, I just couldn't justify that price. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that unboxing and quick overview. Stay tuned for the sample footage that'll be coming in 4K from the A6600. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.